RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning. RBB, a live morning talk show that gives you the ability to get the coach you need, strategist you wish you could afford, social media manager and strategist, marketing strategist, project manager, certified OBM, VA, business startup strategist, profit strategist, web strategist, email funnel strategist, sales page strategist, PR strategist, time management, mindset, and overall business development strategist. We answer it all. With over 25 years of business experience, both in corporate and small business worlds, we really can answer it all.
Good morning, everybody. Today we're having to go live from cell phones because Zoom is not working today. I'm trying to make sure my camera's not bouncing up and down. So we are doing this from our camera. So I am just waiting for Gina to join in with us. Make sure that she can get on. See if I can tag her. No, won't let me tag. Okay. Well, we'll deal with it. Hopefully it'll stay. So I hope everybody is having an amazing morning. We are going to be talking about LinkedIn this morning, but we're going to wait for Gina to get on. So I'm going to answer a couple just random questions that we had. So somebody asked yesterday, so Danielle and Gina, what is it that you guys do? We know that Danielle is CEO and COO. What is it and what does that mean? So CEO is Chief Executive Officer. Want to know what that means? Normally, for a real corporate structure, and when I say real corporate structure, I'm talking like 10, 20 million a month type corporate structure. It means the CEO is just a figurehead. They're just the face of the company. That's all they do, honestly. They may make some decisions. They're part of the board, but they aren't necessarily making all decisions. They aren't necessarily doing all of the things for the business. They literally don't do a whole lot. Sales, really, they're the handshaker, the palm greaser, the salesperson. That's what they do. In our case, I am content creator, business developer, salesperson, sales hacker is what Gina calls me, I think. And that's what I do. So I do a little bit more than your typical CEO, but still within that same structure. Gina, the COO, is the Chief Operations Officer, and there is a misconception out there that CEO is a higher rank than a COO. I am going to bring Gina in. I think she's adding. I hope she's adding. We'll see if she gets added. So COO is Chief Operations Officer. And is your computer on?
It is on, but I don't have feedback. Yeah, I don't have Chrome open.
So a COO is mute yourself because we are getting bad feedback.
Can I mute on a Facebook Live?
I think so. I actually don't know.
I don't think I can.
Okay, fine. We'll feedback today. So Gina is really the person that does all of the things. I don't manage her team any longer. Gina manages the team, all of the things. She makes the contact design, customer care, project management, all of the administrative. We have Alex that helps us with, but Gina is the main person that does it all. And again, CEO, COO, level, not one above the other. Just one happens to be more extroverted than the other around here. That's what that means.
And that's how it goes in any company. There's always the top two people. There's always one that's more loud and out there, and than the other. Always. That's how it always goes. And usually the more extroverted of the two is typically the CEO. I know one instance where it's the opposite, but that's the only one I've ever heard of.
And in the corporate world, the more it comes down to personality. Sales is a personality type. I'm telling you. I know people who are extremely introverted and just push it and do the mechanics of it, but it's just not a natural thing. And those of us that are extremely extroverted, and I have yet to see anything as extroverted as me. Our sales is just in our blood. It is what it is.
So I'm late. So how did we get on this topic?
Somebody asked what we were in business. They didn't know who was the CEO, who was the COO, what our purposes were.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So basically, I take everything that Danielle does and make it work. It's essentially the best way I know how to put it. Danielle comes up with something crazy. Danielle goes off and talks to somebody, calls me, goes, "Hey, by the way." And
guess what you have to do?
And I just make it happen in the background.
I have a crazy idea.
Yes.
Though Gina has them on her attention too, which is awesome. Okay, so we're going to get on. We're talking about LinkedIn today, and what the heck is LinkedIn for? So remember, LinkedIn you can do differently than Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Period. Don't do past Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Don't do past Instagram, LinkedIn. Stop that. It is not the place for your motivational feeling post. It is literally your resume. What would you put on your resume? Applying for Apple or HP or Amazon or Google, whatever. Not a mom and pop shop here. What would you put on your resume? A highly professional corporate resume. That's the go to LinkedIn. So for a true curriculum teaching, when you are applying for corporate level C-level jobs, and you should always every job you're going to apply for as a C-level job. Whether you're applying for CEO position, or you're applying as a PA or an assembler or whatever. Your resume needs to be professional. So make it that way. Your post should be value-based. You should be providing value and establishing the fact that you're an expert. Putting a quote is fine. You're going to follow an explanation of why that quote is awesome and why you feel it's great. That's fine. But posting, I am literally going to open my LinkedIn up right now. And I'm going to point out, you're not going to be able to hear my screen, I will point out what's bad. Video is awesome, let me say that. I'm going through. Right, I might have Science and Sing event. That's nice.
That should be on
They have no likes, no comments.
That's what's going.
And that's been there for a week.
That kind of post should be on Twitter, Instagram, one of those places. Not there.
Super Smash Brothers. Nintendo Switch. That definitely did not belong on LinkedIn. I go to Facebook. I hope you're having an amazing day. My heal myself from stress and anxiety and help other women do the same. She has downloads. I didn't know you could do downloads.
Do that.
I didn't know you could.
The things you learn.
Somebody somebody who's an industry author. I turn cold and science into pearls and worms into butterfly. I can turn your life around too.
What?
Huh?
Is that supposed to be a motivational quote about God?
Yes.
I mean, I like it.
But that's not what belongs on LinkedIn.
That doesn't belong there.
Now, that being said, there's a post here that has 55 comments. For all those sales now, or have been in the past, these words Thompson ring true. And then he goes through this very long explanation why they were saying, what do you think?
That's good. It's a conversation starter.
Very good.
It's educational. It's a conversation starter. That's good.
There's a lot of I've seen more crap posts coming in good. Here's somebody everybody is now a LinkedIn expert. And this video, show don't tell. Please stop posting your emotional crap. That's what this video says, and all it says. That's exactly the point. But
yes.
LinkedIn needs to show it's something. And if you're posting your good stuff, what you had to run, your best friend having a bad day, that is not professional. It's not what you put on a resume. If you have a curriculum vitae, you will have articles you've written. You will have areas where you have published, at least mentions of them. LinkedIn gives you the ability to actually post them. Not just say that I wrote an article for this magazine, I was here, I spoke here at this conference, that kind of thing. You can actually post the information.
With hashtags to make it more searchable.
Yes, with hashtags to make it more searchable. But definitely treat it as a resume. Like I said, a corporate C-level style resume. Doing me very thorough. Not your standard one-page resume that is not a corporate style resume. And just so you know, you're applying for a C-level job, for those who don't know, as an HR person, you get that coming across your desk, a single page resume. You don't even read it, throw it out. That person doesn't even get the courtesy of letting them know that this position is filled, their position nothing.
Which, if you don't know that, why are you applying for a C-level position? Because if you want to apply for a C-level position, you're obviously super ambitious, very good at what you do, so you would know to ask. Like you would reach out to a colleague and go, okay, will you look at this before I send it over? Which is actually very common in the corporate world. Everybody is reviewing each other's resumes.
And the other common thing that I talked about is the fact that I don't have curriculum vitae. I have actually worked in two corporations, C-level positions. And I don't have one.
Because they called you.
Because they called me.
So, but the rest of us that lived in drone land, it's a little different.
You have to be very professional and very corporate level with what you're doing on LinkedIn. Otherwise, it's not going to be good. You're not going to land a high level client because high level clients, very few of them haven't worked in corporate roles. And that is how they use their business.
Yeah, we all want to run through that filter. So take a nice headshot of yourself. You can use your iPhone, back up against your wall, and just have on like your blazer and look and be nice and presentable. You know, don't have a random selfie from your night out.
Don't take your own selfie or a headshot.
Have somebody take it for you.
Have somebody else take it. It could be okay. That is absolutely fine.
Yeah, iPhones now have really great cameras.
It's not a problem to use the phone, but when somebody takes selfie, you can tell.
Yeah, so just have somebody take it for you, back up against your wall so it's a nice background. You know, like, I mean, it's very easy. You could do it in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Very easy.
Very easy, and it will upgrade your profile so much just by doing that. Next, if you want, we're not saying you can't post a motivational quote, but it can't be rah motivation. It has to actually be, I saw this is what I got from it, blah blah blah. What do you think? It needs to be an actual conversation, because personal development is not frowned upon in the work world. In areas where people are actually growing, there are some where it is and there are some where it is not. So it's not frowned upon. Development is not frowned upon. But what is frowned upon is when it seems like it's like rah, everybody has to feel good, everybody gets a participation trophy style motivation. Because that's not how it works in the work world, and everybody that you're trying to share it with knows that. Mm-hmm. So instead, reframe it for the people that you're talking to. So you can still motivate, you can still inspire, you can still stay in front of people, but you need to reframe it in a way where the people that you're actually sharing it with are going to receive it and interact with you.
Absolutely.
And then if you are a coach of that kind, like if you're calling yourself an executive coach, or like, they're not going to work with a transformational spiritual coach. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry, you guys, your clients are not on LinkedIn. They're not there. But as far as like relationship coaches go, that sort of thing, if you frame it more as like behavioral type stuff, you would be surprised at who you would end up interacting with. You might not find a client, but you may meet a bunch of colleagues and expand your network there. So also think of it that way too. Your network is your most powerful asset. And even if your clients are not hanging out on LinkedIn, if you were using it as a way to position yourself as an expert, the odds of you making a connection that could get you in front of a group of your clients are a lot higher, as opposed to just going to every platform looking to try and shark somebody and make money off of them. So think of it that way too. Business is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So you want to make sure that if you're going to be in all of these places, like, you're at least using it in a way that is going to grow your business, whether it's growing your network and getting you in front of the right people, or it is putting you in front of your ideal client. And so to do that, you need to learn what's appropriate for each platform so that people will actually interact with you and you'll gain traction. Otherwise, you're wasting your time.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to be noise.
And you don't have the time to waste.
It's a small business.
You don't have the time to waste.
I ain't got that kind of time.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't got time for that. I say that a lot. But LinkedIn, I will tell you that I've been saying that we have very much on LinkedIn and all of us for a couple months. I'm still getting consistently what I have posted on LinkedIn. I'm not reaching out to these. They're coming to me.
That's how powerful of a platform LinkedIn is if used correctly. It really is.
So be sure that you're using the way they should be. Every platform has its own purpose. And that's what we've been talking about. Every platform has its own purpose. You don't necessarily belong on every platform.
But if you want to be on every platform, just for exposure, then use it correctly and at least use it to gain your network. Because PR is still a very real thing. So if you can be your own PR person for a little while by learning how to use things appropriately to get the attention of the right people, you never know what kind of opportunity you could get, what kind of podcast you could be reached out for, what kind of YouTube shows people could reach out to you for, what kind of articles and interviews could end up happening. You don't know. The sky is the limit. The internet is a very vast thing, and it is not all about going out and finding your next client and making your next buck. Granted, the reason we're all in business is to make money, but you cannot make that the center of everything that you're doing, or you're going to miss out on some really valuable stuff that will probably get you to the next level that you're wanting to go a lot faster. And also, you don't want people to look down their nose. Like, I hate to say it this way, but this is the nature of our world. You don't want people to judge you and then automatically go, oh my God, that person is a dummy. You don't want them to make that slot by watching your, like, because once people see that, that's now where you have been filed in their mind, and it's going to take a while to break that.
And losing connections on LinkedIn is a bad thing.
Yep, and a very real thing. So, all right, you guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for dealing with our
Technical issues.
We don't know what Zoom's problem is this morning, but I mean, it is what it is.
Have an amazing day today, and drop by the group and tell us how you're doing. We'll talk to you later.
Have a great one.
RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning.